Welcome back to Downtown Derby, Tolono.
Yeah, we're here at Trackside Pub and Sports Grill, right off 45 here.
Sports Lounge, man.
Sports Lounge. Well,
Pub.
A little different.
everyone knows it is Tracks. Yeah, clearly. Everyone
miss
knows
the
it is
orange
Trackside.
building.
No, that's the truth, isn't it? Lots of people coming out. You can see them by here enjoying a beverage and a little dinner here.
Yeah.
And a lot of famous people from this town, apparently.
Well, there's maybe one of the most popular things to come out of Tolono is Monical's
Yeah.
Pizza. And I sat down with the man behind the cheese, and toppings to see how they birthed a popular restaurant.
Were there any naysayers when you decided, I'm going to...
Oh, yeah. Oh, were there? You're crazy, Ralph. We're giving up a good IBM job. You're nuts. Yeah, I had a lot of people tell me I was crazy.
But history has proven Ralph Monical to not be crazy. He's been driven since childhood, growing up in Tolono.
Well, when I grew up, it was only about 800. Now it's 3,600. But it still has that sort of, we're all going to look out for each other feeling. I mean, one day my dog was running wild, and I didn't know that. And so I got a phone call, "Hey, Ralph, your dog's down here." So thought you'd like to know. So I got my car, went down, got my dog. And that's pretty much the way Tolono is. I sold my first pizza in 1959, November of 59, out of the billiard room that I owned down here, called the Side Pocket. And I did that just as more or less as a hobby. Pretty soon the tail was wagging the dog. I was making a lot more money off pizza than I was off the billiard room. Basically, it was my mother's recipe. And I made some changes, so we just started out with that. As we got a little bit bigger and more sophisticated, I made some things that I thought were a plus. And the life of the pizza and so on and so forth, and the crispness. Actual thin and crispy pizza has a limited area, and that would be the Midwest primarily, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, parts of Iowa, nothing south of us. And that states, that's where thin and crispy goes over big. I had a lot of people compliment it, and after I got going and got to making good money, then they wanted to invest. But nobody wanted to invest initially. I was among the pioneers in doing exhibition cooking, and I put in placemats so the people could entertain themselves while they're waiting on their pizza. There were several other things I can't recall right now that I did that was unheard of, except there was a little outfit coming out of the rectangle state, and it was called Pizza Hut. And they had the same idea I had, but they, both of us, neither one of us had very many stores at that time.
But now it's a little different. Ralph sold Monical's Pizza in the 80s, but currently there are 66 delicious locations.
Did you expect this to happen?
Yes, it went, like I planned. I didn't plan on going nationwide. I didn't feel really we had a concept that there were other people doing what I was doing by that time. I'm very thankful that to the communities where Monical's was, and I'm very grateful about it, because you can't do it all by yourself.
But of course, the big question is, what does Ralph Monical like on his pizza?
If I order, I want, although I'm limited on this with my new diet, but normally I would want sausage and some fresh onion thrown on the top, and pepperoncinis. That's my favorite pizza.
Who knew?
Well, and, whoever says I don't ask the tough questions, asking his favorite pizza topping, that was a tough one.
But for, as I meant to say earlier, one of the most popular and well-known people in town, that's a tough question. He has a sophisticated pizza palate.
Yes.
Yes, he
Very good.
does. And speaking of pizza palettes, I went inside the Tolono Monicals here in town.
I know you did, but I also wanted to plug a web extra.
Oh, yeah, do it. Go for it.
The French's dressing that you put on Monicals, the backstory behind that, that's a web exclusive on ciLiving.tv.